Hey guys, hey, good morning. I hope all is well with you and yours. I just wanted to talk about some things. We're going to talk about some funny things. I'm not going to be on here long. We're not going to be long-winded. Um, just wanted to talk about a couple of things, make you laugh a little bit after we talk about the seriousness of some issues going on in Dolton. Um, I I want to just cover certain things going on in Dolton since we have the eyes here now. We have the eyes, we have the eyes, we have the eyes. Maybe we could help someone. I'm just a person that's over here talking on YouTube. I didn't think this would go the way it would go. But if I have a platform and I noticed I got um a lot of people watching my Lacey video yesterday about him filing bankruptcy. Well, it's other things going on in Dalton. As much as I appreciate the people that um follow um what's going on, I just want to talk about it. Okay. So let's go over here to I'm just gonna go to my screen right quick. Now let's go over here. I just want to show y'all how serious it is about Dolton and what's going on. I'm not a pocket watcher. Hopefully I can make you laugh right quick. But let's go over here to Dolton. Let's put Dolton in, right? And when you search, we have the news, right? We have the popular things going on. Oh no, I'm sorry. Hold on 1 second. I want to go to my iPhone, not my you know what? Let's do this at the end. I want to go to my iPhone first. I don't want to do this in Google Chrome. Let's let the room load and let's start talking about Kristopher Ward. Justice for Kristopher Ward today. Miss Aja, good morning. You know what? We're not even gonna play music. Let's talk about Kristopher Ward. I did a video on him, but before we start, since we're waiting on the room to load, he was gunned down at Maxwell Street Polish. So that's what I call it. But Maxwell Street is an independent chain of restaurants. Back in the day, it was just one off Roosevelt. You go there, you would drive all the way there to get you a Polish with these onions and these peppers, and it was just I don't eat pork, but I remember when I did, I loved it. I loved a good Polish. And back in those days, that's not what we called the Max. We didn't call it Maxwell Street Polish back in the 80s and the 90s, unfortunately. Um, it's it's now an independent chain, and we have one here in Dolton. The one we have is in the US Bank parking lot, and it's right off the expressway. So it's popular. It's right across the street from this little hourly motel as well. So let's look at some of the problems. And again, don't send any hate to anyone. Let's look at some of the problems that's been happening around Maxwell Street as we talk about Kristopher Ward, who was shot in the heart. No one's been captured at our Dolton Maxwell Street Polish, and his mother's been speaking every board meeting she can to try to get security up there. She doesn't even ask the police to find her son. She's asking for security. Let's start with the first story. This was last year.
Breaking news, a 47-year-old man is now charged with murder after shooting and killing an employee at the original Maxwell Street hot dog stand. It's on Harrison and Independence on the west side, right off the Eisenhower Expressway. Now, police say Joseph Freeman got into an argument with someone earlier in the night, then returned to the original Maxwell Street at 3 a.m. last Friday and shot the 30-year-old employee in the face. This is the same spot where 2 Chicago police officers were shot in March.
Okay. Let's go to the next one, guys. Now, this one's probably more internet famous. Prayers to everybody involved. This is Carlicia's Hood's ordeal on what happened to her. I'm sure you remember this story. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I didn't mean to have this up here. Okay, let's go, guys.
Have been dropped against a woman and her 14-year-old son. The two were charged with killing a man at a Southside hot dog stand.
Nate Rogers is live first at 4 with more details on this. Nate? Yeah, guys, that's right. We're learning more about this situation, especially what happened here after video has surfaced over the weekend showing Carlisha Hood violently attacked inside of a restaurant. That video now viral on social media. Now, Hood and her 14-year-old son were released from custody just a short time ago after being charged with murder. The state's attorney's office saying, quote, based upon the facts, evidence, and the law, we are unable to meet our burden of proof. The incident took place inside a restaurant at 116th and Halsted. Hood was picking up food while her son was in the car. Prosecutors say she and 34-year-old Jeremy Brown had gotten into an argument. She then texted her son to come inside. The son stood in the doorway as his mom was punched 3 times in the face. Prosecutors say the 14-year-old shot Brown in the back, and as he ran outside, Brown that is, the teen kept shooting while being told by his mother to do so. Brown died as a result. Activist Jamal Green addressed reporters earlier today.
I am disheartened that people were there, especially men that were there, that watched this happen, and it had to be a 14-year-old boy to save his mother. Where are we as a community if situations like this can happen and a woman can be severely attacked and no one does anything?
Now, thousands of dollars to pay for legal fees has been raised by Hood supporters who, after seeing this viral video on social media, those supporters believe that this was self-defense. According to a GoFundMe page, the 14-year-old is an honor student and his mother did not know her attacker. We've reached out to Ms. Hood and we are waiting to hear back. That is the latest here outside of the Cook County Juvenile Detention Center. Nate Rogers, Fox 32, Chicago.
No, that was I understand. That just made me so mad. I remember hearing about that story, and they're gonna put her a mugshot up about her. She was protecting her son self, and her son was protecting her. Like that had to be the most scariest situation ever. But that's still prayers to them. I hope they're thriving. I hope they're thriving. Now, and they were presumed innocent, of course, because they did nothing wrong when it came to this man putting hands on his mother. But let's go to our third Maxwell Street incident, okay? And that's Kristopher Ward here in Dolton. Let's talk about this video, and I'll be back. Hit the like button as you come in, and then we'll go from there. We won't be long at all today. Let's see. Do I have it? I'm sorry, guys. Good morning, everybody. Or afternoon. Okay. Today's video is dedicated to the Ward family. Our condolences on the passing of Kristopher Ward. Kristopher Ward was gunned down in front of Maxwell Street, Polish. He was shot in the heart. Our prayers are with his family, and parental discretion advised during this video.
Everybody, my name is Paula Ward. I live at a year ago. I was here before. I don't get to come to the meetings because I be at work a lot. But a year ago, you remember I came. My son and a couple of other people were robbed at Maxwell's, right across the street from my house, located where U.S. Bank is. But unfortunately, my son was killed. He was shot in his heart. And I came before to see, because I live right across the street from there. I came and I spoke with you before about, I know Maxwell's is a 24-hour restaurant, but literally right after my son, after they took him away, Maxwell's was closed for maybe 2 hours and they reopened like nothing ever happened, right? I came last time to see if they're gonna be open 24 hours, why not have security? They don't have security there. Something is always happening at Maxwell's. I know you guys are trying to build though, and I get that, But y'all got to take care and put in consideration people get hungry at late at night or after coming from work or club, anything. Nobody is being up there. Like, we got the police officers. I call them all the time because I'm still trying to get them to figure out who did what to my son, because I was told they had cameras. I do know they have cameras at US Bank. I can't go to that bank no more because this happened to my son in Maxwell's and US Bank parking lot. I have to go to the bank in Calumet City, and it's US Bank, but I found him over there like that. And I feel like I just still checked out. I did the flyer thing and everything. They still don't have security up there. People still get hurt up there. That's a dead zone. It's a restaurant you can walk in. It's not a sit-down restaurant. And I know you're trying to build things like that. But first, they got to handle the security, either get security over there or they need to close at a decent hour. Because if people got houses that's facing over there, they shoot over there all the time. They have car clubs coming over there. It's not Maxwell's fault, though. They trying to make their money. But at the same time, all this money that Dolton is giving them, why they don't have security up there? This could be prevented. Stuff still happening up there in that same parking lot. Why pick my son's head up there? Nothing is being done. Nobody is being caught. But I talk to the police from time to time, but I feel like it's just swept under the rug. And then here you go, you hear something else happening up there. Something else happening up there. And then I'll be like, there you go, Maxwell's, there you go. Nobody is doing that. Don't no police sit up there. They ain't got to sit up there 24 hours, but if they can't get a security guard as much money as Dolton giving them, they don't need to be open after 12 o'clock. That's all I got to say.
Because everybody's safety, we will not jeopardize. So that's for the record. All right, go ahead. Turn it up, turn it up. My name is Paula Ward. I know that you all know me. I was a resident of Dolton, and my son was robbed and murdered along with 4 other customers at Maxwell's. I'm not here to talk about everything that's going on. I know what's going on. What I want to know is, why isn't security still at Maxwell's? Why is not Maxwell's not closed down? That restaurant is 24 hours. Do you know how many people get killed, hurt, robbed, everything up there just trying to go buy a sandwich? My son was killed, shot in his heart, trying to go and buy something to eat. All these other restaurants y'all close, and Pablo, all these other restaurants, y'all fail to close Maxwell's. This is the only time I always come up here because my only son, his life is still trying to buy something to eat. Y'all told me y'all passed the bill, and if they didn't have their own security by 10 o'clock, it had to be an off-duty police officer up there, or they get their own security. That restaurant is making Dolton so much money, but so many people are getting killed and hurt up there. If you Google them and look it up, you'll see how many people have been hurt. Y'all trying to fix everything else. Y'all got to fix the security first. Y'all got to get some more police officers first. This is a little village. Every time something happens, South Highland, everybody else got to come over here and help us. We too small. The village is too small, but the village is so angry now. People losing their lives for no reason. My only son is gone. I can't get him back. I can't do nothing. I have to look at Maxwell's open every day. They did nothing but sweep it up under the rug. The next morning, 6 o'clock, they still out selling food. How do you think that make me and my family feel? Nothing has still been done. They still open.
They didn't want nobody to hear that though. Like literally within 2 to 2.5 hours, the yellow tape was there and gone, and they were back selling food. The same happened with the Alexis Wilson situation. I do know business has to continue, but this is devastating to her. She has to see this, drive by this. Think about bringing your children to a better place, or I don't know her situation, but a lot of people moved from the city to Dolton for opportunities for their kids, and now you raise your children, you're stuck here at a place where your son's life was taken.
We
have so many people. You're in tears. You're in tears. Are you okay? Did you get to speak today?
About my son, yeah. Lacey cutting everybody off. He put us out.
Who's your son? Can you tell us?
Son is Kristopher. He was murdered at Maxwell Street Publishing Dolton. Him and 4 other people who walked in my son was shot. And she promised that they was going to close down if they didn't get security. They don't have security up there. Everything still happens up there. She won't answer the phone or nothing. It's like she threw my son under the rug.
We're so sorry. We're so sorry.
It's not fair. He was there bad something to eat. They got no camera and everything. Everything. No camera.
Like many, I did not know Mrs. Paula Ward's story. When I met her outside, I saw her in tears and I didn't get to hear her speak. And once I found out, I knew it had to be shared. Please make sure you send the Ward family some love as they continue this journey on trying to get justice for Kristopher Ward. I want to pause there. This was the biggest weekend for Dolton. This was the weekend we had Tyra Terminator there. You saw him in the background. You see Jason House in the background. All the trustees. When I found Miss Ward, I didn't find her, but when I was just getting people to talk. I knew not why she was crying, because I did not get inside. She was just floating around. Nobody else was. Like she said, she got put out after that. They took the mic from her. Nobody else was talking to her. Now, I do want to also tell you, Kristopher Ward lost his life in October, right after Tiffany became in office. Now, a lot of these situations happen. If you guys didn't know, 2020 was like crazy in Dolton. That's when the Stop the Violence March and everything was going. It was crazy. Lives were getting taken left and right. 2021. We switched mayors. It also was COVID. And then it went to Mayor Henyard. So it was just at the beginning of her tenure, but it was even worse. It was just worse both ways. It was just crazy during that time. But it's just weird to see all this support outside. But she really didn't have anyone to pull her to a side and ask her story at that time, any officials or anything. I want to give you a clear picture of Maxwell Street. This is the U.S. Bank parking lot where Mrs. Ward mentioned.
My son and a couple of other people were robbed at Maxwell's, right across the street from my house, located where U.S. Bank is. But unfortunately, my son was killed. He was shot in his heart. And I came before to see, because I live right across the street from there. I came and I spoke with you before about, I know Maxwell's is a 24-hour restaurant, but literally right after my son, after they took him away, Maxwell's was closed for maybe 2 hours. And
this is where Kristopher Ward had his videos done. Just want to. Let's take a ride over to the Maxwell Street stand in Dolton, Illinois. Maxwell Street is a popular independent chain of restaurants located in Chicago, and it's right off the expressway, so it's easy for everyone to get to, and it has a lot of traffic. This particular stand is in the U.S. Bank parking lot where, unfortunately, Kristopher Ward lost his life. As we heard Mrs. Ward says, she can look out her window basically and see where her son last moments were. I found it interesting that Kristopher Ward actually shot his music videos here, so it showed that he had a love for his neighborhood. Let's continue. Kristopher Ward was a son, a father, a brother. He was a hard worker. He was a musician. He adored his family. He was someone everyone could depend on. His mother, as we saw, comes to the board meetings just to ask for security up there, just to make sure no one else feels the pain that she feels. Make sure you send love to the Ward family. We are looking for justice for Kristopher Ward, and he did not deserve what happened to him at such a young age. Until next time, take care of yourself and each other. Bye. So I wanted to make sure I share what's going on here in Dolton all the way. Make sure you share the video. These videos are not monetized. We want to make sure the word gets out about Kristopher Ward, Alexis Wilson. So Kristopher Ward, he was slain. Funnel Cake Man, Tavares Davis, he was slain. Alexis Wilson, she was slain on the streets of Dolton. Okay, we have to make sure people know these names. It's more to come. It's not just them. I just want to make sure that we have these people, families in our hearts, because while we're fighting over who got the biggest YouTube channel, or if she going to jail, or if Lacey able to pay his debts, these are real people, real citizens dealing with coming to a community they thought was safe, and it ended up a way they never dreamed. Kristopher Ward has a baby girl. She won't remember her father. His mother, she's still fighting for security at the Maxwell Street. I'll have a part 2 of the video. For the last 2 days, I've been going up there to the Maxwell Street Polish to see if I see security. I went last night and I went the night before. I saw no one. So I'm going to make it where I stop by even later to see if they're even attempting, because it is needed. It's across the street from a busy hourly hotel. It's right off the expressway, and pretty soon we're going to have that large building that's going to be on the side of the expressway, where it's going to be parties and dinners and all type of things. Security is needed. They have nonstop traffic and they make a lot of money. They can't help what other people do, but security, just a few hours a day, maybe during the wee hours, would be helpful. Okay. Now, justice for Kristopher Ward. If any of the Ward family sees this and you want me to add anything to the video or your information in the description, let me know. You can email me at burgundybluecommentary.com. Okay, housekeeping. Oh, child. So today at 4:30, I will be with Gardis Watts, and we'll be live talking about Black August. Okay, I think that you guys, if you didn't know, I love history. I'm sure you knew, but it's important that we also talk about Black history. And it's so funny because you go to the library and you have no Black history in Dolton at all. It's like it's just at the Dolton Library. It's like weird. But Black August, if you didn't know, we're in August. Black August is a month-long commemoration that honors Black freedom fighters, political prisoners, and the Black resistance against state violence and oppression. The holiday was created in the 1970s by freedom fighters in California prisons, and it takes place every August. Now, this is why we're having a discussion, because I would like to know, would Angela Davis be included in a Black August discussion? I'm wondering. I was doing my research last night. So join us today at 4:30. I'll post it on the community wall. All right. Also, I want to share something funny with you. Everybody's been like, I dare, I double dare, I triple dare. And I'm like, I don't want to do it. But I think it's funny. And if this is anyone, if it's someone, the reason I didn't want to do it is because in my heart, you guys, I have a really sensitive spirit. If y'all didn't know, that's why I be backpedaling and coochie popping on here. Like, you know what? Should I say this? But I thought this was really, really funny. So when you search Dolton, so I was looking for some information on Kristopher Ward. So I started to search Dolton, and the first thing that come up is this "You're going to jail" t-shirt. Did anybody else see that? Did anybody see did anybody else see that someone sponsored, literally someone sponsored these t-shirts? and it says support Dolton, support Jason House 2025. That's fine. I'm not against any of that. But hold on, guys. But the funny thing is they sponsored it so it will raise to the top of Google. So when you go to Dolton, you get this t-shirt. I don't, y'all ain't never wearing a t-shirt again. Y'all are overkill with these t-shirts out here. Overkill. No, I didn't want to do that. Hold on, guys. Sorry. I did the wrong thing. So let me give you an example. Hit that like button. Give me 2 seconds. Hit that like button. Yes, it's louder. It's coochie popping. I'm like, y'all know me. I'd be like, nah, you know, I'm super sensitive when it comes to if I'm doing some. I know that just by last night, I got 10K views on a Louis Lacey video. Y'all know I don't do nothing like that. Members, you have a video coming soon. It's going to be a video about the whole video at the rink. Not the rink, at the back to school event. I thought it was so funny because Tiffany looked at me at the back to school event and she said something. And I was like, girl, Molly, you in danger, girl. Leave my name out of it. But I do have it is interesting when I look at what's going on now. I thought it was a bad guy and a good guy. Now I see things totally different. Like I'm roaming freely at Tiffany event. And if I go to the other people event, it's like, unless you talking straight up about me, it's all about me. It's all about me. And you have to say things this way. Tiffany doesn't care if you come to her event, if you're going to say whatever you want to say. She doesn't care. She's like, hey, you here, you're welcome. Get a book bag, get a hot dog. That's it. That's all. It's not you have to. I've never been told you have to do exactly what I say. You know what I mean? By Tiffany Henyard. So she allows the freedom of speech at her event. I can't say that is all over. I just can't. I can't say that's accepted all over in Dolton. And I'm being 100% honest. If you're not, it's only one way. So this is the sponsored post. Now, this is my question. It says madewellstatement.com. Vote House 2025. Stand with Dolton. Buy a Vote House 2025 shirt. And then you buy it from here. You shop online, right? And so this is our question. We're going to do Jeopardy. Hold on. Let's put the music on. Because my question is, hold on, let's do. And the only reason I didn't cover it is because I said, ooh, I don't want to ruffle any feathers, but it's out there. And and I didn't cover it until it was a sponsored post. So when people be saying that people are making money on Dolton, I'm like, you see right here, sponsored. So when you search Louis Lacey today, or you search Dolton, and you're in the area, it pops up that this is what's going on. It's so funny. So here's the website. Y'all let me know if you saw this. I saw it floating around in that politics group. So this is it right here. This is it. The you going to jail. My vote, she's going to jail. Did y'all see that floating around? Let me get closer. So we're gonna do Jeopardy. We're gonna do Jeopardy really quickly. Because that was heavy what we did. Okay. All right, let's go. Now, this is your question. A winner gets a tie. And we don't know the winner. So we can't do that. We'll do that tonight with Black August. I'll give some gifts. I'll give the gifts away at Black August today. Because we don't know who's really making it unless you know. But the question is, who do you think is making it? Would it be let's see. A, Jason House campaign. B, the advocate. C, Tiffany Henyard herself. Will she be making money? Let's go. So do y'all think Tiffany is making these t-shirts herself? Do you think it's coming from another? That would be brilliant. If Tiffany was making these "you going to jail" t-shirts and y'all was buying them, it would be hilarious. Everybody see Keith Freeman's wife. Y'all, I found this hilarious. I said, not the sponsored by Google. I said, y'all done pushed it up in the app. Not a sponsored post. Y'all paid money to push it up. Oh my goodness. Oh Lord. It's a fire. It was just hilarious to me. I like Keith Freeman. I haven't seen Keith Freeman's wife. I wonder if she seemed quiet enough for me. The good girls are always out the way with no big mouths. Like I got a big mouth. But when I Googled Dolton, looking over what I was going to post today, and I saw that the t-shirts were a sponsored post, I said, the desperation is real. We have to get it together, y'all. And if we're going to do that, oh, the trustees. Oh, the trustees would be. Y'all think it was the trustees that did this shirt? That would, you know what would be brilliant? If Tiffany Henyard did the shirts. But the trustees, you think, so if the trustees were doing it, they would have to, if you're making a support, I don't know who could make a support Jason House t-shirt. You're not supposed to do that, right? If he's a candidate, can you do that? I don't know. I haven't seen people that, usually the donations go to the DNC, and we're going to talk about the DNC, y'all. Let's get into it. I just found that cute and hilarious. Unbooty that seat shirt. Y'all, let's go to what's going on where the people are like, no. Let's tell y'all what the people are talking about. Chicago, they tired already, y'all. The DNC will be here in a week. Let's talk about it. I thought that was hilarious. I said, not y'all sponsored the post. Good Lord, good googly moogly. Sometimes you got to do what you have to do. Rage Cajun, I just came here to dance. That's it. That's it. Not a sponsored post. But you know what? I think it's smart. I'm not no hater. I think it's smart because all those out of town people, they'll be like, yeah, that's right. That's right. She's going to jail, and they'll be buying it. So if it was Tiffany that made that site, it would be brilliant.
Week after lots of planning, Chicago will be thrown into the limelight for the Democratic National Convention.
Residents are already feeling the effects. Casey Cronus live on the near west side with more. Casey.
Don and Terrence, in a few hours, fencing just like this will start to go up around McCormick Place. Near the United Center, residents woke up to no parking signs, marking what is only the start of restrictions, rolling street closures, and of course, traffic over the next 10 days.
With convention signage adorning the United Center and crews hard at work building temporary structures, the countdown to the DNC is on.
I'll make it work for me because I'm actually excited that it's going to be here.
But some who live...
I'm leaving for the week.
...and work...
About 90% of our building is not coming in next week.
On the...
Y'all, I'm sorry. Can you tell? I wonder who was... They should have asked who's a Republican, who's a Democrat. Because, dude, like, I'm leaving. I'm with you, sir, because I can't be worried about trying to get to home and park and can't park. This is crazy.
The near west side are bracing for a complicated convention week.
My personal thought is it's going to be hectic. It's going to be very hectic.
Secure fencing is going up around the United Center, and so are no parking signs. They came as a surprise to many, including 27th Ward Alderman Walter Burnett Jr.
It's not what you do, it's how you do it, right? You cannot let people know at the last minute, but this just popped up on us all of a sudden.
Burnett says restrictions outside the perimeter were not part of the plan and is now looking to ease the burden on residents.
Some folks are disabled, got disabled parking, they can't park. You know, you have folks who have children who need a car, and you cannot accommodate all these people with a parking spot there's no way of doing it unless you let them park in the United Center lots.
Some, like Elliot Robb, will be avoiding the area.
I have a garage spot for the wife, but me, I'm going to have to walk however many blocks, so we're just going to go to the suburbs.
Others, like Malik Fowler, will need to navigate the roadblocks.
Me, I work for Amazon, so it's definitely going to be a little hassle because I get off early sometimes I get off late.
Ooh, he worked for Amazon. Let me tell you, probably the Amazon trucks and the post office, bless their heart, trying to deliver in that area. I didn't even think about that. That's why I like looking at stuff, because I never even thought about how hard it'll be for other people. Hey, you guys, I have a question. Could the DNC have came to like what they had let them? Like in Tinley Park, it's a Tinley Park big center. You guys know what I'm talking about in Tinley Park? Like Janet Jackson was there, Lil Wayne was there. I don't know what it's called. Convention Center. Could they have did that and brought money out there? Because this is busy. Parking around the United Center is not the best. They already got to deal with that. This is interesting.
Those who live within either perimeter should be carrying a valid government-issued ID and prepared to go through a security checkpoint. Those driving a personal car will need to have their vehicles screened when entering the secure zone.
Wow, guys. So if you live in that area, working in that area, you have to have your ID, and they're going to screen your car. Wow. So just bringing you the news.
And tomorrow morning, top city officials, including CPD Superintendent Larry Snelling, will be joined by members of the U.S. Secret Service for one final tabletop exercise before the convention. They will also be sharing an update with the public on final safety preparations. Reporting live on the Near West Side, Casey Cronis, Fox 32, Chicago.
First of all, y'all know we got to do our fashion. Casey said it won't be no split ends on her watch. Okay. Casey, color. What's that thing? New cut, new color. That's for me on TikTok. Let me see if I can find it. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Casey said it will be no split ends on her watch. Not on her watch. Let me see if I can find it. Do anyone know what I'm talking about? Because I know y'all be like, Berg. Let's see. See if I got it. A new cut. A new style. Who said that? Anyone know who said that? A new cut, a new style, a new color. But anyway, have your ideas. Have your IDs, because let me tell you something. It's something out here when you're dealing with, remember when Obama first became president and then they had to shut down the expressway, we couldn't get anywhere. It was really, really interesting. It was at first when you would hate to see Obama come to town, even though you would love to see Obama come to town. If you were a fan, you'd be like, I can't go anywhere near Hyde Park. But this is bigger. This is bigger. So, and I'm sorry, Obama, nothing's bigger than you, but you know what I mean. I'm sorry, Michelle, but you know what I mean. Here we are. Here we are. We're here. We got the DNC here, and this is where we're at. So I just wanted to give you some news. Make sure you share with Kristopher Ward family. Make sure you like the video to get in the algorithm. And hey, why not? If stuff is going on in our neighborhood, let's get the word out. Let's get the word out, because it's not just all about Tiffany. We can't just sit up there and say it's Tiffany and we got to go up there and we got to act a fool about Tiffany. Let's try to solve why they got the eyes on us. Let's solve some of the things that really have been hurting our community for a long time. If Kristopher Ward family could get the support, I know it would mean a lot if their mother, I'm just a little bit of YouTube channel. I'm no one. But maybe this video will get into big hands of people that can help. Security for 6 hours a day. 3 hours a day. You know, when people get out the club, what, 1 o'clock? From 1 to 3, just security. You might save one life. Okay. And I appreciate y'all for rocking with me. Join us at 4:30 today. We're going to be, Gardis and I are going to be talking about Black August. And I think it will be a wonderful discussion. I knew not a lot about it. I only knew about look, I can't even tell you. I didn't know a lot at all. And Black August has been going on since the 70s. All right. Let's bring KC back up. KC said, look at these ends, y'all. KC said, not on her watch will she ever see a split end in her life. So let's go. Let's make you laugh. Let's laugh together as we enjoy this day.
Let me give her a new style, a new hairdo, a new cut, a new color.
Commentary Blue, Commentary, Burgundy, Commentary, Comment Blue, Commentary, Comment Burgundy Blue, Commentary Blue, Commentary, Burgundy, Commentary, Commentary.